investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Injury often takes us by surprise and ruptures a bodily normality that we take for granted. An instant moment can drastically change our ability to approach life and our perception of ourselves forever. Injury's counterpart, though, is recovery, and being knocked down presents us with the opportunity to get back up again. Maybe even taller than before. So how should we deal with injury? Does injury just hinder our lives, or does it present an opportunity for self-betterment? Are injuries simply a bodily phenomenon, or do they affect our conceptions of ourselves? And can injury serve as an introductory rite of passage into a particular culture? Tell me on some of these questions. I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who thinks that adding insult to injury is a recipe direction. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, what's wrong with you?
I have a bad leg because a man kicked me in football.
Charlie's got crutches on for everyone who's listening
to
the
go,
podcast.
I went to A&E and got crutches.
Did you add those fluffy little handles yourself?
I customised them myself, yes.
So what happened to you?
I don't really want to relive it because I've got trauma.
Yes.
But
yes, you do.
I was kicked quite hard by a man who thought I was the ball. And
Why? What were you doing at the time?
I was white. Yeah. So you can't blame him for
What position do you play?
I'm all over the pitch because I'm a ball.
I can't blame the guy. You know, this mad man running around the
It was
pitch.
an honest mistake, and I'm not angry with him.
Maybe you should change your tactics in football instead of
I need
running
to
around.
deflate and get some socks on. Yes. So I played.
So he thought you were the ball.
He thought I was the ball, and he booted my leg, and I think I've got some like deep tissue damage.
Right.
Genuinely, because
Not genuinely.
in earnest.
Charlie messaged me on Monday in the morning going, "Oh, I fucked my leg, man. It's absolutely fucked. It's made this week so much harder, man. I can't walk anywhere.
I couldn't.
I can't walk. It's just fucked." He kept saying it's just fucked. I saw him on Tuesday to record Boys Gone Wild. He's absolutely fine.
It was a very short term.
He's been walking around completely normally.
Well, no, not completely normally. I have a bit of a gait on me now.
Yeah.
Through my trauma.
Why do you think you have tissue damage?
Because the reason I think I have tissue damage is because somebody said maybe you've got tissue damage.
Brilliant.
And also...
Brilliant. Well, I'm someone and I'm saying you don't have it. So now what do you think?
I'm not sure.
You're confused.
50-50.
We'll need a third opinion.
We will. And the third opinion is me, and I think I've got tissue damage.
Fair enough. The proof is in the numbers.
The proof is in the... quite painful pudding.
Painful pudding? Oh, I don't want that after a nice dinner.
No. Do you have any
What's for
yummy
dinner,
pudding?
Mum? Painful pudding. Oh, not again.
Do we not have any of the friendly pudding?
Why not? Why can't we have... We never have nice pudding anymore. Lovely pudding, please.
The reason I think I have deep tissue damage is actually because it took a weird amount of time to sort of display on my pain sensors. So
But it happened immediately.
Yes.
And it's got better
I played
since.
the whole game after that event. And then
Almost like someone who isn't injured.
No, but listen, this is the confusing part. This
Very
is the
confusing.
flip. I'm about to flip it in quite an interesting way in the way that stories are often told.
Right.
Where after the game, about 2 hours later, I just got a Viennetta from the shop. Because
you are always at Offies buying sweets in every story, and every time I'm with you, I came in and the table was strewn with wrappers of fucking sweets.
Well, they're the best.
They are delicious.
They're lovely.
Yeah,
And
sweets are good. Brilliant.
Sweets are good. And
Banker?
And I all of a sudden this pain started appearing on my body, if I can say that.
You can, yeah. That's not
really
particularly controversial.
Doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth.
Because you should be more specific.
This pain appeared on my body, and I started and I started feeling like my foot was gonna not fall off, but was making a racket. Making a real fuss.
Right.
And I started not being able to walk on it. I started any weight I put at all on it, I almost collapsed.
Okay. When?
You're not going to believe it. It's really annoying that I didn't film it because I was in such agony.
Yeah.
That I just was focusing on.
But then you
through.
made a very speedy recovery.
Then I made a very, very, very speedy recovery through a lot of ice. But then I spilt goo chocolate all over my ice pack. Genuinely, because I put this sort of bowl in the oven to heat up my chocolate goo, and then took it out of the oven, put it on the floor because it was so hot, and then I picked it up.
What?
I put the goo pack. the goo like oven tray on the floor because it was so boiling. Forgot how hot it was. Picked it up and it burnt my hand, so I dropped it and it fell on my ice pack. So
it was a warm ice pack at that point.
Well, yeah,
no chocolatey, gooey
I
ice
haven't
pack.
cleaned my ice pack. I'm going to get in the shower with my ice pack and clean off the chocolate.
When did this happen?
Monday.
It's Friday for everyone that's listening. So you haven't iced your injury because there's still goo chocolate on it that happened on Monday.
Honestly, I'll send a picture.
Because you need to wait until you get into the shower with it. Have you showered?
I've showered, but I just keep forgetting to take my ice pack.
That's a fair thing. I often forget to take my goo ice pack into the shower, and if I did need to, it would be a tough one to remember. It's not in the classic, what do I need to bring to the shower? Often it's just shower gel and shampoo. Not my goo chocolatey ice pot that I need to ice my fake injury with.
Yeah, I know.
But you're walking around now. The crutches are.
Do you want to explain what goo is to the listeners?
I reckon most of them know what goo is.
What about those that don't? They'll be excluded from this joke.
It's a pudding company.
It's not gunge. It's not like a green gunge.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not goo.
It's goo. It's a delicious chocolate pudding pot.
Charlie's not having like chocolate goo for pudding, just like a kind of paste of chocolate that he puts in the oven and drops on the floor.
It's really annoying.
But so you might have tissue damage, which
I don't. To be honest,
yeah,
I think at this point I don't have any more tissue damage.
You're basically feeling
my
fine.
tissue was damaged and now it's repaired itself.
The crutches are semi-performative.
I like them.
Why?
Because they allow me to not be in pain. They give me, they relieve me. They mean that you basically don't put weight on both your feet.
I know, like the function of it.
Well, it sounded like you didn't, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. What are those things for?
Do you mean do I like their vibe?
What's it been like having crutches?
I'll
rephrase the question to make it fucking bleeding obvious. What's it like having crutches?
I don't have any room for nuance.
No, you do not put that T on there.
I have no room for nuance because I am, like I said, injured.
Right. Okay.
You're gonna have to speak in
other than
the
obvious
monosyllabically to me because I'm on the edge.
You on crutches? What think you of that?
Me likey.
Good.
Me like very much.
Why so?
Why so? For it helped me not cry.
No, not about pain.
Oh, it helped me feel like superhero.
Why feel super when you disabled?
I have been in war.
What? Right. Okay. So you feel like there's a kind of valor. There's
stolen valor.
Yeah, you have stolen valor because you're not injured and you can walk perfectly fine without them.
Stolen valor.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about crutches? I'm not getting the vibe that you love them.
I don't think I love crutches.
Do you like them on me?
I love them on you. You wear it like a champion, Charlie. I would. When I was younger, I'd always want to be injured. I don't know if anyone else had shared that thing. But there was like, when I was playing rugby, it would be like...
You just like headbutt the post.
Yeah. I would
Mom, it happened again.
Oh, I've done it. It would be... if my fingers were minorly injured, I'd love taping them up together and then going into school the next day and being like, what?
That's rock and roll.
I wonder what happened to Andrew. I don't want to talk about him.
Hey.
I'm good though, it's fine.
I've sorted it.
It's all sound.
You should see the other guy sort of vibe.
Pretty much. Or just like, wow.
You want a permanent,
he's a tough guy.
You should see the other guy.
Pretty much. For like, I'd whack a plaster on anything. Just like... If there was an excuse for crutches, I'd absolutely do them. It was like fucking...
I guess it's like you've been in this guy's alive.
He's a tough guy.
This guy's a tough guy. He's living. Yeah. He's out sort of busting crooks.
Yeah.
And saving the country.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I don't think I ever wanted to be injured. I can see the appeal, particularly. I didn't actually think about the tape. The tape is a very good vibe.
Tape.
Like, you know what the most...
That's the best one, when your fingers are taped together.
The ultimate version of that is eyebrow tape.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
eyebrow tape.
You can't really beat that. Busting a bust lip.
It, black eye. Black eye was good back in the day.
I got a black eye the other day because I dropped my phone on my face. Is that cool?
No. What do you mean?
I bruised. I got a black... I think I bruised quite easily. I think I've actually got a bruise.
You're sounding like a little...
I'm not injured.
A little Nelly.
Fingers crossed. I can't remember my last sick day.
Right.
So I don't get sick, but I
don't
bruise.
Get it. Right. Okay.
Look at my bruise.
How did you get that?
Football. Because they thought I was the ball.
Yeah, you really need to change positions rather than being the thing everyone
rub the paint off me. Yeah. Sorry, where were we? Black eyes.
You drop your phone on you.
Yeah. Is that kind of in any way?
Why would no? I think I mean, it's not. I think the older you get, the more embarrassing injuries are. Because when you're younger, it's a bit like, well, one, you want to appear cool, and like, I've done it in a sports way, and you're like, oh, he's only 12, but he's out there getting like fucking banged up. Well, who is this guy?
He's covered in tape.
Then when you get into like your 20s, it's a bit like, what are you doing? Get a fucking job, man. Like, why are you out breaking your leg? What are you doing that you should be breaking your leg at 30?
Well,
Something fucking silly.
What if you're
it's like falling off a bike, or like if you break your leg playing a sport, you're like, stop taking it so seriously.
yeah.
If you've got a black eye, what
Are you 8.5?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what you're not a child. Grow up. I kind of think that you're walking around with crutches. I think a sling is like, if you're wearing a sling, are you from the 50s?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put a thermometer in your mouth?
I think sling is...
If you're on crutches, crutches and a sling, you might as well have a thermometer in your mouth because you're a 1950s. You're a Korean War vet.
If you want to look 12, wear a sling. Get
I agree.
Get your sling signed.
But it looks old timey as well.
Yeah.
Just like you should be wearing like a trilby and smoking loads, and then going to like a bar in New York.
You can't pull off a sling as an adult. Actually, that's true.
You can't pull off a sling.
I do think you can pull off crutches. Also, like, does it not depend on how they have injured themselves?
Yes, it doesn't count for disabled people.
What sort of injuries are you thinking in your case of not believing or in liking any sort of gear?
Not believing.
You believe them, but you don't like...
I just think it's embarrassing to be injured when you hit a certain age. I think...
So in terms of like getting...
If a 35-year-old has got like a busted nose and is in a sling or like in that big boot, I'm like, what are you doing? What have you been doing? Go and look after your children.
Yeah.
Stop being silly enough to get a leg broken.
So in terms of the injuries being more embarrassing as you get older,
yeah,
is there any particular type of injury that you're like,
I think
what's the worst version?
You stand up too quickly at work or something.
Yeah.
Or
falling in the shower?
If you're like below the age of 60.
Yeah, we're only talking about young people now. I think plus 60, again, as with many of our theories, it goes full circle and it's fine to get injured again. If you're 90, I'm not hating any 90-year-old for like injuring themselves. If anything,
it's odd how much the baby elderly theorem comes back into
I think it's just
life.
a fact of life.
It is. You just return to the same state at which you were born, really.
To the core, to the soil.
The soil.
You return to the soil.
You become dust. I'll tell this story, actually. This wasn't so much an injury, but it could be construed as an injury. But on my 19th birthday, I woke up. I'd been out the night before. Woke up in the morning and then went to, sorry for being vulgar, but went to wipe my bottom. And there was... did you poo before? Yeah, I did. It wasn't just, I'm 19, I'll treat myself to a nice bottom wipe for my morning activity.
I'm not sure. I didn't know you back then.
It's fair to ask. But and there was blood on there. And I went, oh, is that just what happens when you turn 19? You just bleed out of your rectum.
Like the tooth fairy, but for your bum.
Yes, a bum bleed fairy.
The bum devil.
The bum devil, yes. I went, oh, that's bad. And then did a bit of research into it through various friends. And they were like, oh, you probably have a hemorrhoid. So this was my first hemorrhoid, which is an injury in some ways. It's a bum injury.
I know a few people with hemorrhoids.
Yes. And so mine was, and it didn't stop bleeding, which was the fucking issue of it.
What is it without being disgusting? This is awful.
It's just like a sack.
Does it live in there already, or does it form?
It forms. Otherwise, you'd have hemorrhoids if it was there already.
Is it just flesh?
Just a sack of stuff.
This is awful, man.
Well, don't focus too much on the biology.
We're going to bleep hemorrhoids from now on for the story.
Fine, we can bleep that for the story. So I did some research, found out it was and then rang my mum, and she went, "Cool, I'll book you into a doctor's appointment for your."
Right.
But I had a couple of days to wait, so in the meantime, I had to stick some tissue up there because it just kept bleeding, and like lined my boxes with tissue. And I was with my friends, and we were doing this game where we sat inside, looked at the flight scanner, because he lived over a flight path. So we'd run outside and go, oh, that plane's going to Wales. And it was very fun. But I was obviously having a tissue stuff up my bottom for the entire time.
Christ.
I then went to the doctors. And it was one of the odder doctor experiences I've had. He was very standoffish, which is not what you necessarily want from a doctor.
Really?
So he was like, so what's the problem? I was like, well, I've been bleeding out of my bum for a bit. He was like,
Did you give him like the ick?
It kind of looked like it. And I was like,
bad doctor.
Yeah, so I don't know, it might be a I've looked and he was like, right. And I was like, do I need to get on the bed? He was like,
God, this guy sounds awful.
And then I kind of got, I was like, I guess I take my pants off.
Is he Mr. Bean?
He's Mr. Bean. It was Rowan Atkinson researching for his next doctor role. And then he found it and went, oh yeah, she's a big un. That was the first word he
that's not
basically said
professional.
for the whole thing. It's not professional. She's a biggin. Don't gender my
Don't say
Nor a
biggin.
biggin. It's horrible.
That's terrible.
So I then left the bed and then we did our consultation. And
Firstly, it's a he.
Firstly, yes. Then we sat down, and I was like, he then prescribed me some cream, and then he was like, and I was like, what shall I do about the bleeding? And he went,
What's this guy's problem?
I don't know. He was like a mime doctor. I think he felt more awkward about it than me. Just like, I said, what should you do about the bleeding? And he went, what? And I was like, do I need to wear like a woman's sanitary towel? He was like,
So sorry, that he made you get to that conclusion through the face.
Yeah, he did, because he was feeling all.
You've done a very good job.
Well, I kind of was.
That's impressive.
It's
deduction.
really not, because the sanitary towel isn't that much different from a kitchen roll up your bum. It's just
Do I need
it's kind of just
tampon?
kitchen roll.
A bum tampon.
No, well, that or a sanitary towel or a tampon would have been an option, but it's a bit more invasive, isn't it?
To put up your bum.
To put up my bum.
Oh my god,
it's a bit
like
much.
A cork.
Yeah. I know. We're not cut out for that.
Oh my god.
But then, I'd say the sanitary towel went, yeah, and then I then had to go out to my mum with my tail between my bottom, not to be mistaken with up my bottom.
Mother, I'm on my bum period.
I'm on my bum period. We must go to the pharmacy to buy myself some
To the infirmary.
to the infirmary. So I had to go and buy sanitary towels with my mum. I then got home, and then I went upstairs to put them on. And I came back down after putting it on. I went, how do you women do this? This is the most uncomfortable thing in my life. She was like, yeah, tell me about it. It's not easy being a woman. I was like, well, it gets all like stuck to your hair and stuff. And it's just awful. And she was like, where did you put it? And I was like, I just stuck it up on my gooch, on my bum. And she started pissing herself laughing. She was like, you put it on your underwear, you fucking idiot. So I then had to go upstairs and peel it off my fairly hairy ass and bum, and then put it back on.
So they're adhesive.
I then had to walk. Yeah, they stick to the pants.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, neither did I. I just presumed you put it
done
up
what
there.
you done. I would've
Yeah,
done it.
you would have. Of course, you would
I'd
have.
probably put it inside my bum.
Just stuffed it up there with like a twig, goo on the floor.
Yeah. Plug the hole.
So yeah, but then I had to walk around with a sanitary towel for a couple of days. So
you support women.
I support women. I understand the issues of the women.
I understand disabled people.
I understand women. If you say this isn't a progressive podcast, it's a lie.
Yeah. We used to hate women and disabled people.
We did up until this episode, which it took Charlie getting crutches and me getting a hemorrhoid for us to appreciate disabled people and women.
From dirty pastures grow lovely meadows.
And what a lovely flowers are bestowed upon that meadow. The flowers of progress.
Lovely progressive
progress,
flowers.
joy, and empathy. So that's probably one of my more harrowing injuries.
That's horrific,
It's the
mate.
embarrassing. It's the embarrassment injury. At every step of the way, there was embarrassment. I had to explain to my friends while I was going to stuff paper towel up my bottom in the toilet. That I then had the maddest doctor in the world who refused to say anything out of awkwardness, and then my mum laughed at me because I put my sanitary
That is
towel
amazing. If you're
the
heard
wrong
that,
way.
do you find it funny when people when you see somebody fall over?
Yes.
Do you find that funny?
Yes.
Do you laugh?
Actually, do
you laugh at other people's
I get
injuries?
shown, like, to be honest, I don't think so anymore, because I
don't laugh at the injury. I laugh at the pain. I think there is a
if
difference.
you fell over, I would laugh. If my
Fair
close
enough.
friends, if my close friends do it, it's hilarious. If
Yeah.
it's a stranger, it's not as funny.
My pops, my daddy says that he may as well be out with it now.
Yeah, let's be real.
I'm out of the daddy closet.
Yeah.
My daddy,
The daddy zone.
He says that my mum's like the funniest thing possible for my mum is if him and her and my dad are walking down the street,
Yeah.
and he falls down a manhole.
Yeah, I mean, that's classic comedy.
He thinks that I also
Yeah.
have it in me where like I just do always laugh if
Yeah.
somebody hurts himself a little bit. I actually used to think that
Falling
maybe,
down a manhole is not a little bit.
I guess
But
the
you're
manholes-
not presented with the pain after the
No,
fall
it's more
because
of a
they're covered.
cartoonish fall.
They're in the sewers at that point
Yeah, with the rats.
with the rats and the.
Yeah. And then they,
You can bleep that one as well.
like I used to worry genuinely that maybe there was something slightly like dark within me for constantly for enjoying other people's
Depends
pain.
on the level of the injury.
Of course, yeah. Like, is it
If you saw
sadism?
someone got beheaded and you started,
His head's in a basket.
Oh, come on. It's only like...
Don't light it up! You at a public execution.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fucking hell, guys. A bit of fun.
This is funny.
His body's all
Look at
limp
him.
and he's falling over. He hasn't got a head, the cunt.
But I used to worry that was like a kind of evil trope.
It's pretty normal.
It is normal.
Well, there's a theory of where laughter comes from is that when we were living a nomadic experience and we were walking around everywhere in big groups of people, that laughter kind of came from when we would fall over and injure ourselves, and it would keep everyone moving and also get the people up because you'd laugh at pain. And like we laugh a lot of you laugh at when something bad happens, unless it's really bad. Then you often laugh. I laugh at myself all the time because I do something stupid or I'm an idiot. Yeah, otherwise we would not be able to get through the day.
And it's definitely at myself, it's not with myself.
You fucking idiot. I did that twice today.
What did you do? Why?
I kept walking from my bathroom to my bedroom because I kept forgetting what I was doing. I'm so absent-minded. I think I walked, they're right next to each other, which means I don't have to think.
Yeah.
If I need something from the toilet, or more, I need something from my bedroom.
Need from the toilet?
Exactly. Bleach.
Sanitary towels.
Sanitary towels, yes, it's back. But I just kept walking back and forth.
What's back?
We'll do that in laughter because we will be investigating laughter at some point. A very fun injury I had was when I was about 15 and I was at home and it was summer and I was having beans on toast and watching the cricket for most of the summer.
That sounds incredibly English.
It was incredibly English. It was
beans on toast, watching the cricket, and playing with my scale electrics.
I used to go outside even as a 15-year-old and throw a tennis ball against a wall. But that was the time.
Are you
I think
Flat Stanley?
Yes, I am. I feel like that's. But it's a time I miss because I guess we had phones and stuff. But I was just perfectly content doing that even at 15, which I could never do now. I don't know whether that's age or culture.
Why couldn't you do that now?
Because
of course you could.
No, but I wouldn't be entertained by it. I'd be bored quickly.
Beans and cricket.
No, they're throwing the ball against the wall. I don't really like cricket anymore. Anyway, I'd throw a ball against the wall in my dad's garden, and then at one point it cascaded off the wall and went over the fence. And over the fence is like a car park with a few different levels. And it took me a while to find the tennis ball. And I was completely by myself. Dad wasn't home. No one was home. And I found that the ball went down into this little like plunged bit, this kind of ravine bit in the car park, which wasn't far.
It's like a weird place.
It was like a housing place with a car park.
Is it
and
like
it was
a trailer park?
No, it wasn't a trailer park. No.
Okay.
But there was, so it was like a brick wall there, and then it went further down, and that's where like some houses were or something.
Sure.
So I found it. I was like, oh, that's not that high. I'm off. I'm
gonna go down.
I'm gonna go down there. There was some stairs down there. I was like, I don't need stairs. Right. I'm a 15-year-old strong-willed boy. So I put my hands on there and then kind of edged myself down a bit, and then when that's fine, and then just let myself go, and then I just pushed off a bit accidentally, and I landed straight on my heels. And I was incapacitated on that floor, clutching my tennis ball for about 20 minutes.
Sorry, how much height did you fall from?
Not that high. It was just because I caught
you didn't absorb the fate.
I didn't absorb that. I just went straight on my heels, and my legs just went fucking numb.
Did you fall? Did you like? Were you in agony?
I was on the floor in a car park
so you just
near my house, and I was like, I couldn't stand up. So I was holding my tennis ball. This was the day before I had like a phone.
Did you put the ball in your mouth to kind of to deal with the pain?
I didn't. No. But I could have.
like a kind of chicken.
Like a doggy.
Like a turkey.
Like a turkey?
Yeah, you know how they stuff or like a pig with a
right. Stuff me up, I'm in pain, that kind of thing. It's a bit like a sage stuffing, isn't it? Did you put the tennis ball in your mouth like a roast dinner by any chance, Andrew? No, I didn't, Charlie. But
okay.
It's an interesting question
to ask.
But I was stuck. I had to crawl back to my house. I couldn't stand up. I had to. And
did you get to the door like,
Papa, being painy? No one was fucking there. I was home alone. I had to crawl.
You had to crawl?
It took me 15 minutes to crawl up these stairs through a car park. People saw me. People saw this crawling boy, and they asked, are you all right? I went, yeah, I'm fine. I just can't walk at the moment.
No one stopped to get you up?
No, people were walking around. No, one person, I don't think it was quite, it's quite secluded. One person saw me and asked, is everything fine? I went, yeah, I was embarrassed. I was like, it is. I'm not that badly injured. I just need to crawl home quickly. Then I had to crawl home and open the door. And then, weirdly,
insane.
It was absolutely fine the next day. Didn't hurt at all.
This is what I'm saying. This is my football injury.
I didn't have deep tissue damage.
Well, maybe you did for a brief moment.
Right. So it's almost like it's pointless having it because it doesn't mean anything.
Well, it remains deep tissue damage.
I find
for the first time I'm going to use.
Yeah, why don't we?
Because we're at for the listeners. Explain what's happening. Andrew.
We're holding magnifying glasses and we're looking into them.
We're looking at
You're
them.
upside down.
You are
now
upside down as well.
Yeah.
Why are you permanently upside down in yours?
Bring it closer to your eye. Bring it yeah. There you go.
Okay, you're fully erect.
Yeah. So to put injury under the magnifying glass here, this is maybe this could be our investigation point of the week.
Our monocle.
This is our investigation point of the
sore monocle.
Our investigation point of the week is what the difference. This is so hard to speak.
I can't see your thing.
This is God. I feel sick immediately. Under the spotlight this week.
Went to
Under
complete
the
stammer mode.
The week. Under the magnifying glass this week is male attractiveness and injury. What's the
When do you become fugly if you
because if you walk around maybe with a black eye and like the fingers taped up, you're like, that's a bad boy, I want to fuck him. But if it's in like an inverted elbow, I'm not sure about.
Or
that's
a neck
not
brace.
A neck brace.
Neck braces are not.
Because another question
sexy.
is, what's the most embarrassing injury? I suppose that we can link these things. It's a broken
You've
neck.
fallen in the shower and broken your neck.
Not the mechanism of which you've got injured.
I do think it's relevant, but okay.
It is relevant, but you don't have to tell. Like, you see someone on the street, neck brace, you're like, mate,
Yeah.
come on.
Neck brace.
Can't hold
probably.
your neck up.
I guess, to be honest, though, if I can be vulgar, in fact, I won't be because we can bleep it. If someone's just got their out.
Out.
Their sanitary towel is just plastered to their
splayed.
thigh. It's just like it's covered. Their brown sanitary towel is just plastered on their thigh, and the hemorrhoids out. I gotta say that's more embarrassing than a neck brace. I'd take a neck brace over that. I would.
Yeah. Well, there's like. Yeah.
If you say you wouldn't,
I
then
would
you've gone
obviously take a
clinically-
neck brace over a
You've gone clinically
over a
balmy.
visibly public hemorrhoid.
Well, we found our winner.
But
Then.
so attractiveness. What do you think?
Your eye is enormous when you got that on.
It is, yeah. Because I got smacked in the schnoz a few years ago, and it's now a bit wonky. It's present.
And how you feel
Well,
about
because
that now?
again, my girlfriend reassures me. I mean, she was post. I met her post nose break.
I don't think it's wonky. I think it looks fine. I mean, there's a
I
slight.
didn't used to have that bump.
There's a little something on it.
Yeah, there's a schwack on it, but apparently, this is the confusion between male and female gazes. Is that like a dodgy nose is apparently good. Lots of women say that. That's a good
I think
thing.
with women in general, like the way the man looks is less. Women are less.
But we're
shallow.
talking about looks.
Oh, injuries in particular.
Well, we're talking about looks and what they find attractive in looks.
Okay.
And a bit of a fut nose is a normal thing for women to find attractive.
Really?
Yeah. A bit. I guess it's a
Should we
bit
punch
rugged.
should we go out and punch each other in the face?
At the same.
They're gonna love this.
Do you love us now? Are we attracted to you now? Love us.
Hey, is it gonna work, man? Are you sure? It really hurts.
Fucking idiots.
Do you promise that
we hear one
Do you
girl?
promise I'm gonna get a girlfriend after this?
It's like you're at a pub talking to a girl, and she mentions that she likes a bit of a crooked nose. You just go out and bang your fucking head on the wall. Come back. Oh, well, hello there again.
Do you like me now?
Notice anything different?
Where's the line on between
Where is
like
the line? Because broken nose, yes, but not too broken.
So what's our spectrum here?
Like a dodgy ear.
Where are we working from and to?
From broken nose is definite. We need to work out where does it stop.
Oh, are you sure? I think eyebrow tape is the definite. I don't think that
No, that's just like
broken nose. What, they've got a big fucking nose cast, and that's like
a wonky
sexy.
nose is often sexy to a girl.
Okay,
That's what I've heard.
who from?
My girlfriend.
Maybe she's just a bit of a freak.
Hey,
No, but in a good way. Like
Hey!
freak. Like she's a bit freaky.
freaky.
Maybe she's a bit freaky.
Maybe.
Let's assume that she's.
Let's assume she's nothing. There's, and I've heard it from other women, friends,
Okay, fine.
women that I've
Listen, so that basically broken nose.
met. BB's mum said it.
In that case
Case closed. It's the BB's mum argument finisher.
the BB's mum
BB's mum
hypothesis.
finisher. Yeah.
Where's the line between sexy injury and fugly injury for women?
A wonky nose, yes. If your arm goes that way, no.
If you have a neck brace, no.
No, don't think so much about like the way to recover from the injury, like an actual
No, but I mean,
injury.
like, okay, fine.
Like a broken neck.
3 nipples.
That's not an injury. That's a deformity.
Okay.
Name an injury at this point. At this point,
he's just missing an entire chunk of his tummy.
yeah, that's not that. I can't imagine that's attractive.
Well, what if it's a shark-shaped
But
hole?
I guess if we're going
a
on-
shark-shaped hole, and he's got a pipe in
A
his mouth.
shark-shaped hole, so the shark is eating it with its own body. It's not like the jaw marks. It's just
Sorry.
an imprint of a
Sorry,
shark.
no, it's
It
got a
just
fin.
swam
A fin.
really quickly into. Just a shark.
Yeah, like a shark. He's got like a shark shape.
bite mark.
Yeah, shark bite.
Yeah.
A big bite mark.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think so. I know the scar. Scars.
Can I show you the worst
Scars.
injury I've ever seen?
Scars.
And we won't show them.
Wait. Scars. I've got this scar. Fuck, I've actually no idea where it is. I have a scar on my body that happened recently that Elle loves because girls love scars. They're like battle wounds. They're a bit like, oh, look, this man can do it. Do you know how it fucking happened? I've got a scar here.
Let me see your scar. Get your scar.
I can't
out.
be bothered. I have to take my whole shit off.
This is my scar.
I've got a scar here because I was lying in bed once and then I fell out of bed. Awake inexplicably. I think I was reading and I accidentally just rolled over. I wasn't drunk and accidentally fell over and then I just landed on my smoothed edge bedside table.
Ooh.
It's not sharp, it's smooth, but just the force of it, I've now got a big scar.
Did you
there.
bleed?
Yeah, well, it just went really far in. You, by the way, every time I've mentioned a minor injury, you are freaking out. Are you bad with injuries?
I'm terrible. I had to sit out dissections at school.
Why haven't you brought this up?
I don't like talking about it.
Every time.
I'm really squeamish.
Every time I brought up such a minor thing, you'll go, oh, okay, yeah, thank you.
I hate them.
You're squeamish.
I'm incredibly squeamish.
Are
Look
you?
at this injury. This really finished me off with the squeam. I crashed. This is my knee, and I've got like a smile.
This is my knee. Oh God, this is my knee. Oh, what a detailed demonstration. Right, continue this detail.
So,
Pulls his trouser up. So this is my knee. Right, okay.
so this is my knee.
Yeah, and what about your knee?
So can you see that there's a scar on my knee?
Yes.
Well, I have like a smiley face scar on my knee. And I was driving about in my mate's garden on a quad bike when I was 10. And I crashed. He tried to hit me off with a beanbag.
Why did you have beanbags on a quad bike?
Well, we didn't. They were off the quad bike, but he was trying to get me on with a queen bag.
What are you talking about?
He was trying to get me off my bike with a beanbag.
Why did he have a beanbag?
Because he got it from his house.
Oh, there were his own quad bikes.
It was his quad bike.
Right, he had his own
beanbags from his playroom.
Gotcha.
And he brought them out to the garden.
It's charmed life this boy's living.
Yes.
Beanbags and
JJ
quad
McLeod,
bikes.
he's now married and he's got a kid.
You do that a lot. Yeah.
What?
Don't need to know about JJ McLeod.
He's my best friend. He's the one that I jumped on when I was like 3 and like with a boner on a sleepover and that was when I like ran into the cupboard and was like, I'm gay.
You haven't told that story in the podcast. But you've told me, so now people are saying, what the fuck is that
We'll
about?
get to that another time.
We will, when we explore childhood boners.
I was repressed for years. I would watch TV and be like, looking at men.
We'll explore it another time.
Sure. Anyway, JJ McLeod, he tried to hit me off the quad bike with a beanbag.
Right.
And he missed me and I turned around to sort of goad at him and then just drove straight into a wall.
Oh, fuck.
And the quad bike fell. I was like 10. The quad bike just leapt up and then like sort of fell on me.
Yeah.
And
Ow.
to be honest, I kind of got away with it other than like my knee was just like cunted and I couldn't, and like you could sort of, the gas was just like they had to put me under like on the general. You still laughing about the knee?
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty serious actually, and I couldn't bend my knee for 6 months. I cried for literally 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and I had to go to Lego.
Have you got a high
Legoland in a wheelchair?
Got a low pain threshold?
Incredibly low pain.
Yeah,
threshold.
I'm seeing this, Mr. Crutches for a non-existent injury. Yeah, you're going like, and you've got crutches for a phantom leg
I've never been
problem.
punched.
Yeah, it didn't hurt at all when I got punched. It hurt the next day.
Yes.
I don't know why. I think it's like adrenaline.
Do you have any PTSD whatsoever from that?
No.
Has it affected you in any way long term other than that you think you might have a crooked nose?
No.
Well, you got away with it then.
One thing that did, because it's such a rare, it was like it was a stupid decision from me. But one, like the main one I had was I got hit in the face when I was playing hockey.
Ooh,
I was
by
running.
a ball?
No, by a stick.
Ah.
I played left half, I think it's called nowadays. This is hilarious. Charlie's actually gyrating. I was tracking someone down the wing. They were attacking that way. I was defending that way. And then he hit the ball, but the follow through just went straight into my face. And then it just immediately, my forehead just exploded. And then I was like, we had this like mad little South African hockey coach.
Oh, yeah, go. Yeah, that way, go. That way.
And that's him giving instructions. And I went up to him and went, "Sir, I need to come off." I went, "Get out, shut up, Andy, go, defend. And then I was like, and then he looked and saw, he wasn't looking at me. And then he looked and saw me, my face completely red. It was like, "Get him off." That's my South African accent. And
Get him off.
Get him off.
Shut up, Andy.
Shut up, Andy. Maybe he was Australian.
Get out of the way.
You should get to know him more. You should get to know your hockey coaches more. I went off.
I don't know if you
so
should.
the only like PTSD thing I've really had is like every time, because I played that position, I would be in that position all the time, having to trap back and then defend there. So I'd always be thinking about being hit by the stick. That's the only PTSD I really had. Is it worse getting injured or injuring someone else?
I do think it depends on how you do it.
Yeah.
If you push an old man into a road.
Yes. I guess it always depends, yes. If you murder a child, brilliant. Brilliant.
Is it worse to get injured or injure some? I think
normal mundane injuries or not mundane?
I think it's worse to get injured, probably.
I don't know. I've broken someone's leg.
Then it's better. You'd have rather taken that break yourself.
Kind of. It was my friend Josh Dillo, who we both actually.
Probably worse to injure somebody else, actually.
We were both having this big. A few of us had to do a talk on our specialist subject in year 13.
Okay. Josh Beak.
Josh Dillo. Not sure where you got that from. Josh Paws. Is it Josh Wings or something? I think I heard you say.
This is my knee.
This is my knee.
And now, this is my elbow.
Interesting, yes. We both had a big talk on that day, and we were both like nervous for it. We talked about it. It was like a big deal. We'd done lots of work into it. There were all of the teachers were
What
coming.
were you talking
the
about,
parents. I talked about the concept
Importance of being earnest.
Oh, that would have been a great topic. I talked about the consistent occupations of Afghanistan throughout the years. What? Don't look at me like that.
How old are you when you did this?
18. Why are you looking? Why are you shaking your head at me?
Who's talking about that when you're 18?
I wasn't talking about it with my friends.
Right.
It wasn't a gathering of my friends. It wasn't like, does everyone want to come to my
Guys,
house?
let's talk about Kabul.
We'll crack open some shandies and I'll talk about Kabul. Come on. And
Fine. You were chatting about the occupation of
But
Afghanistan.
that was that night, and it was a very big night for us. And then me and Josh both played football together, and we were doing a five-a-side game.
The next day?
On the day of the talk.
Oh,
The
shit.
talk was in the evening, on the day. And then I went up to, we were playing against each other at football. And then I went up to be honest, I got the ball. It's his fucking fault. I maintain that to this day. I got the ball, but I just kind of touched it and he went to kick it. But then he kicked the ball and my foot behind the ball and then just broke his leg immediately.
Oh my God.
So I went up and did my talk and then came back and he'd gone to the hospital. And I came back and he was sat in our reception area with a full cast.
Livid.
All the way up his leg. He was very gracious about it, but I felt fucking awful that night.
I mean, of course.
I once hit one of my very good old friends when we were sick. I remember it to this day when we were 7 years old. She's a girl and I was playing football with the boys and she was kind of standing near it and I kicked the ball, went straight into her face and she just immediately got a nosebleed and started crying. I think
that's battery as well. Like that, you battered a woman there.
Yeah, there's the law should get involved at that point.
I feel they should.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever injured somebody that I can think of is when we were doing circus. I have 3 younger brothers, and we were sort of doing circus tricks with number 4, who is the youngest. He's got a real name.
Yeah.
I flipped him. I fireman flipped him off my shoulder. Do you know that thing where you do that?
Kind of.
And then he just landed it straight on his head
Oh my God.
in the living room
Good dart. Oh, right, brilliant.
on the floor.
Unless
though.
it's on a bouncy castle or a net,
It-
then
yeah.
it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
look,
the floor was carpeted.
It was
a shaggy carpet.
It looked well. It would be worse if it was tarmac.
Yeah, it would have been.
Or silicon.
It would have been, but marginally. You could still die.
Yep. Anyway, he's still alive, but that was that felt pretty awful. Can you train yourself to deal with more pain?
Yeah.
So we could work on our pain threshold.
Yeah,
I think maybe I need to.
probably.
Is that just like...
The first step is not faking injuries and walking around with crutches.
I'm not faking it.
Unnecessary
I'm just
crutches.
recovering quickly.
Deep tissue damage.
You've got fucking nothing.
No, but
mate.
how'd you do it? How'd you get your pain pressure up? Just go out there and just headbutt?
I'll go and I can just go and punch you a lot, or how?
I don't want that.
Well, then you're not going to build up your pain threshold.
Do I? Okay.
Keep just start slow. Just flick yourself in the forehead 100 times. Fucking so moronic. Yeah, there's ways to do it. So now we've heard Charlie and I's thoughts about injury. It's time to rumble on into Thinker's Corner, where we will hear from some of the best minds that have ever been and ever will be, and hear some of their thoughts on the topic of injury. And as ever, we'll kick us off with some quotes. This one's from Oprah Winfrey. Turn your wounds into wisdom.
Okay, so clever.
So like a smart
clever
scab.
cut. Yeah. A very sort of intelligent little bruise.
Yeah, or like kind of...
the population of Mali has quadrupled over recent times.
Shut up, scab. I'm trying to eat. That was me and my scab having a conversation.
Yes.
Your
scab who loves geography.
Yeah, kind of
and
like
population distribution.
a very intuitive lesion.
Yes. Well, we can deduce from the Earth's core that there must be quite a lot of putty down there.
That's you trying to be smart. If a lesion spoke to me and said that, I'd be fucking terrified. One, because a lesion's talking to me.
Who's
but
a lesion?
Two, a lesion, just like a big cut.
That's a lesion.
Yeah, did you just go with that thinking I was talking about a person?
No, it's lesion.
You can't do that bit and then go, who's a lesion?
No, but like lesion...
It's like a really deep cut, I think.
Ooh,
or like
I don't know if I want to have a lesion.
No, you don't. But I'd be terrified, one, because the lesion's talking to me, but two, because it's not making any fucking sense. What's scarier?
Obviously, the fact that it's talking.
No. What's scarier? What's scarier? A lesion talking to you and making sense, or no sense at all?
A lesion talking and making sense.
It's scarier.
Yeah, because if it makes sense at all, it's like...
But then at least it's
cool,
like,
the whole thing's mad.
I've uncovered something here.
No, but if it's like this, it's mad that you can talk and you're also talking.
Oh, so that must mean I'm insane.
Gobbledygook.
I'm insane.
I don't know. It's just consistent. The theme is consistent. I don't want to have like an intelligent librarian legion.
Yeah, but if it like said, I don't know, it gave us some sort of scientific breakthrough.
DNA is...
then it's like, oh, something's happened.
DNAI. It comes up with DNAI.
Which stands for?
Artificial Intelligence, DNA, which allows you to change colour when you get pained.
That's what the lesion will eventually do for us.
If it discovers something like that, then it can stay and it can talk. But if it comes out and talking about the Earth's core and like putty, then I can't have that.
So I guess we hear you, Oprah, but there are some dangers in wounds becoming too wise.
Yeah. If the machines, if they become self-aware, then it might take over our bodies.
Yeah. Call Mac McCarthy.
Call Mac McCarthy.
Call Mac McCarthy. Call Mac. Go, get Mac on the phone.
Mac.
Hey Mac, you're never going to believe it.
I have a talking lesion. It's telling me that
I know the man for the job. It's Matt McCarthy.
It's telling me that
get him on the blower.
The population of Marthy's quadrupled.
Call Matt McCarthy. Scars have the strange power to remind us that our past is real.
I mean,
you're speaking as someone.
Strange quote there.
To be fair, Charlie, you have said on a podcast that you can't conceptualize the world having existed before you or continue to existing after you. So I think a scar is actually quite helpful for you to put yourself
like
in
a
a
fossil.
normal. Yeah, well, it's like a mark that you've existed and have been.
Yeah.
A reminder.
I know I have.
I know. Well, you don't. You go. I can't.
I know the point is
you
I
couldn't
know I
conceptualize
have.
yeah.
It's good that you have scars. Because it means I know.
Point at me like that.
Because it means that I know that you
Are a person.
are a real person and you can
Not
exist
some
when I'm
sort
not
of
there.
droidman.
Or not even that, just an
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, scars.
A figment.
Scars are.
You're not a figment.
Do you find scars beautiful?
Can be.
Yeah.
Can we do
or
an
if they're
impression
in the shape of tits.
Can we? Yes. Can we do an impression of a beautiful scar?
What do you mean?
No, they speak very beautifully. They're
We're
like,
not doing more talking
they do.
bodily things.
No, they're like, sunlight kisses me.
No, we're not doing more talking things. Do you find scars beautiful?
Do I find them beautiful? Sometimes.
A sense of the past.
Sometimes I think they can be really beautiful. If they really sort of hammer home, if they convey...
It's history.
If it's like, I mean, it's a sad beauty if it's like, you can see that somebody's had some... I'm not talking really about like torture or anything like that, but if somebody's had...
Right, go on.
If somebody has had, I don't know, if they've had a shark attack and they've
Lack of imagination.
and they've got this amazing,
Yeah,
intricate,
you can see the teeth.
detailed,
You can see,
teethy scar,
yeah.
and they're sort of sad about it, but they're sitting on kind of a pier, maybe.
But I guess if you've got a small scar because you fell on your bedside table,
that's not beautiful.
But that is.
It's the backstory.
But it is. It's me. It's what's made me. It's
Oh,
all
wow.
the
He was
combinations.
in a new build in Mile End.
And he rolled over a bit too quickly, and then everything changed.
Yeah, that's not beautiful to me.
I like them. I think scars are. I always like the look of them.
They are beautiful
It's like, they're
sometimes.
kind of like tattoos.
They are, but very personalised.
Yeah, incredibly, and you don't have a choice in them,
Custom.
which again makes it a bit more beautiful.
There's something beautiful about the concept, but in practice,
Yeah.
not all scars.
Not
Hashtag not
all
all
scars.
scars.
Hashtag not all scars. This is in Man's Search for Meaning, which is a book by a man who survived the Holocaust.
Oh, it's a book.
Mm.
Are you reading anything at the minute?
Yeah.
I've been trying to read. I can't.
I love the
I can't get-
mid-dense philosophical quotes. You're trying to turn this into like a middle-aged woman book club podcast. You read anything in the minute? You read anything in the minute? We're in the middle of a fucking... That's so casual. You with your tea. You read anything in a minute? I can't fucking say it. You reading anything at the minute? Like, yeah, mate. You want to talk about it now?
I've been on page 13 for 2 months.
Okay, so you're not reading at the
Well,
minute.
I'm trying, but I just can't.
What are you reading? Dr. Seuss?
No, I'm reading a book about a fantasy book about not a sexy fantasy, a science fantasy, sci-fi,
No one said
about
that.
a planet far away.
Sci-fi.
Not Star Wars.
What's it called?
The Dispossessed
Don't know
by Ursula von Gout or something.
it. Von Gout?
Von Brent or something.
I don't know it.
I'm sure somebody might have heard it. I
Yeah.
can't get past page 13.
You're not enjoying it?
Well, no. I don't know why not.
You
I
haven't
find it
re-
quite inaccessibly.
you
I
haven't
find it quite hard to read.
What a surprise. Sorry.
I told somebody. I told the guy who recommended it. I was like, it's quite dense. It's
I
quite.
bet it's not.
I don't think it is. Really.
Okay. And page 13, you
It
haven't
is
got
quite
into the
dense
book
so far.
enough. You need to keep reading it and then you'll get better at it.
Really?
Then you'll start to enjoy it. You don't enjoy books properly, I'd say, until like page 50.
I'm not sure that's true.
Well, you wouldn't.
I love the
You
Beano.
wouldn't fucking know because you're stuck on page 13.
Asterix and Obelix is a fantastic novel.
Man's Search for Meaning is a man who survived the Holocaust. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. I'm not entirely sure why that's relevant to injury. Give me a moment.
Well, because you accept the injury. You accepting the injury, accepting that pain, sit in
It's
that
not-
pain,
it's not
sit
enough
in
of-
that feeling.
It's not enough about injury.
Fair enough.
That will do. Here's an interesting case of an injury that changed someone's life. Do injuries change us? Are we changed forever? How can injuries affect us? Can they
I'm
change
not gonna be
everything
the same
about
after
us? Charlie won't be the same again after his deep tissue injury. But we'd all like him to change. So this is the case of Phineas Gage in 1848.
Okay.
So Phineas Gage was a construction worker, and an explosion happened which drove a tamping rod, which is just a big metal spear basically, through his skull via the left cheekbone and passed through the frontal lobes of his brain, then it stuck out the top of his head. He survived and was fully conscious throughout the whole thing and was even talking whilst this thing was happening. So before the injury, people would describe Phineas Gage as hardworking, responsible, organised, and even tempered. But after the injury, he was described as vulgar, angry, a menace, and he played pranks and he was lewd to women.
He started trolling.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
so before he had like self-restraint, he was a planner. He had a lot of emotional regulation.
A town planner.
And then afterwards, he was just kind of accosting women in the street.
Was he a builder?
He was a construction worker on a railroad, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So
Mad.
my question would be, did he personally put a metal rod through his head so he could be lewd to women?
That's not the way to get women.
What, a big metal rod through your head?
No.
No, it's not.
I think he should have tried
So
to like
that's-
do a course.
So that's where an injury can change you drastically because
Yeah.
the different lobes affect different parts
it's
of your
mad, it's
personality.
mad that you've got that. Like
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
up here. I find
And that one thing change because people
you're
with
kind
head
of not
injuries.
really anywhere else other than here. This
Yeah.
is not really you.
No,
this
it's not.
This is you.
Well, if we go just by the science,
Right behind your eyes is where I imagine I am.
yeah, like here, your third eye.
No, I'm thinking I'm like just behind my eyes.
And so it's the different injuries to different parts of the brain are completely fucking you.
Weird that doesn't happen more. Like, why are we not
It
having?
does happen.
That happens all the time.
Not well, in the world all the time. People get head injuries all the
And
time.
just change that.
Change
Just change as
personalities.
people. How would you like to change if you got a head injury?
Yeah, that would be my question to you as well. Just like kind of bring my sexiness down and like
Right.
my sex appeal down.
Because it's becoming
It's
overwhelming.
becoming I can't go anywhere. I can't move in the street.
Right.
So that would be handy, so I could get some errands done.
Yeah, and get your sorted.
Yeah, I think I'd kind of like if there's one for like a big cock.
Do you want to make it smaller?
Yeah. If there's a big cock lobe,
It'd be
the big
nice if we
cock
could swap
lobe.
brains then. I have a really tiny cock,
Yeah.
and
Well, we could swap cocks
don't
for a
feel very
weekend.
sexy. Can we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can borrow mine, and you can take
Thank
my
you.
big balls as well.
Oh, I've got very small balls.
Well, we're kind of opposites attract.
Opposites attract, and they will.
How would I change? I probably try and be a bit less upset in the mornings, and and learn. And I'd like to have a bit more of a kind of reading brain. I like to be.
Yeah, you may be able to get past page 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
It's a very specific part of
It's
the-
not a
the lobe.
particularly. Yeah. I'd need a very I need an expert. I need a specialist who understands the lobes.
Yeah.
And tell him to sort out my book lobe,
Yep.
please.
Yeah, your
and
book
get me
lobe
to
and your
feel a bit
morning
better in the
lobe.
mornings.
Morning and book lobe.
My morning and book lobe.
Yeah.
Lobe.
Lobe.
Why is that called lobe as well? What?
Yeah, ear lobe.
Little brain in your ear.
Well, that was great analysis on Phineas Gage.
Wait, so let's linger on Phineas. What would be okay? So in terms of the injury, that's obviously a nightmare of an injury. Phineas has gone through a lot. Is it possible? Do you feel empathy towards him when he becomes a cunt?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I wouldn't. It'd be hard for me to look at Phineas and be like, "You are not this version."
Yeah.
Even though this is now, you were nice before. You're still being a wanker now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could sort of really commit to being like, "Oh no, he doesn't mean it like that." I wouldn't be Phineas's fucking pacifier. You know?
Yeah. His apologist.
I wouldn't be a Phineas apologist. I'd be telling Phineas, I know you had that metal rod go through your head, and that's a nightmare. But you still can't be kind of catcalling and be women and being a cunt.
It depends to the extent to which he's doing, but that's the same
What
for
sort
any.
of stuff do you reckon he's saying?
Well, it was the 19th
knockers.
century, so it was like
Fantastic
Oh,
boobs.
Give us a twirl. Let me see the back of that bonnet, love. We took a poll last week. Lots of you were commenting with baby and N/Y, and I completely forgot.
We don't know what we asked.
I think it was, do you change as a person when you have a baby? The results were pretty conclusive. There was a lot of baby N's.
Did anyone say why?
I think maybe one person said why. But so the baby N's won it. So
And did we have any?
that was our first official experiment. Or
do you think we got any babies
study.
who listen? Do you think? No, not
Ask with sincerity. He's not joking.
not of their own accord. But do you think there's any chance that their babies heard us?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe there's, my sister might listen. My nephew might even be hearing now.
Get him on, Kerwin. What's his name?
His name's not Kerwin. His name's not Kerwin.
Aaron. Neil.
Finley.
There he is.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's good to know that the young'uns are listening.
It is good to know. There's also, we should address while we're in the comments section, Ron, who we've accidentally empowered, I think.
Shout out Ron.
By mentioning him on a podcast, has gone on a haiku spree. And he's
a
commenting,
haiku maniac.
and we're appreciating it. And
he's a serial haikuer.
He's a serial haikuer. And he shan't be stopped.
And his haikus are bloody lovely.
I think we're encouraging this to become a thing. If you want to, please comment haikus.
Express yourselves.
Yeah, express yourself with haikus. We want to see as many haikus in the comments
We
as
want it to
possible.
be
a haiku-friendly zone.
A haiku-friendly welcoming space.
A haiku, and you're all in a haiku.
You're all haicuties.
Yeah, you're all high cuties in a haiku, queuing up to do a haiku. And that's lovely.
And no pushing in the line.
So there's a whole, moving on from Phineas, Mr.
And the
Gage,
haikus.
and the haikus, which Phineas is a bit of a case study in some ways for. You could posit if you dared to.
For haikus?
No, for this.
Right.
This is Maurice Merleau-Ponty, a big proponent of phenomenology. Take a guess about what phenomenology is.
Somebody who goes around saying, this is phenomenal.
Someone practices
a very
the art.
pleasant vibe.
Someone who practices the art of going up to social situations, go, guys, phenomenal.
You're doing a cracking job.
All of this, phenomenal.
You have excelled. Phenomenal.
No notes. Absolutely phenomenal.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
This
and
is phenomenal.
might I say, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, you guys. Keep it up.
And then he leaves and you're like, who was that?
Who was
that?
that?
It was the phenomenologist.
It was the phenomenologist. I like that. It isn't that. It's a philosophy. It is a philosophy that emphasizes the role of the lived, embodied experience as the foundation of all knowledge and perception. So it's very subjective, first person.
Sounds quite chin strokey.
Why?
That's not me insulting you.
I know. It couldn't possibly be an insult to me.
Well,
I'm just saying a fact.
It's like getting annoyed with the weatherman
for the weather. Yeah. Why is it chin strokey? Because it's
just a bit. It's a bit gobbledygooky. I don't really get it.
Right. Well, we'll keep going.
It's the idea that you kind of, your experience of the world is informed by your physical being.
For a lot of time in history, there was the idea of like a mind-body split, that there were kind of very separate entities. It was when religion was a bigger thing back in the day.
Id and ego.
Do you mean id and ego?
Id and Eeyore.
It's not that. No, it's not like that at all.
Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore.
He had the idea of a mind-body split back in the day when there was more religion going around. People believed in souls a bit more, divine creation, and then the body was just kind of an objective thing that the soul would carry around, which is kind of changing. Psychology has changed that a bit. Even someone like Phineas Gage changes that.
Well, and it's all the same thing.
Because he gets a spear through his head and then he becomes a cat cooler. So there's the objective body and the lived body in it. So if I bang my knee up, I might go and get an X-ray that says you've got a bad knee or there's
Forever.
a broken bone in your knee, right? So that's a kind of an objective response to it. Whereas phenomenology might say that you have your mind changes as well, because a lot of your essence or the way that we understand ourselves comes from our relationship with our body. So the knee isn't just, you don't just have to get it in a cast and fix it up. You might have you'll have a different relationship with stairs for your whole life because you've got a bit of a disability
your injury lives
there.
through you forever.
Yeah. So it's a bit like when I was talking about when I got hit by the hockey stick and that kind of
Is it like
experience
a trauma?
changes.
Is that a trauma response?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. So it's like injury makes the body visible.
Injury.
So if you think about it, you don't think about your body when you're going about life. I don't think I have a hand.
But if you're injured, you really think about it.
You can feel it, and it gets it in. That becomes more of a significant part of you.
So the final form of phenomenology, beyond saying this is phenomenal,
which is the main form of it,
is full body cast. Just like you couldn't be more.
Yeah, that's if you want to really fucking live, break everything in your body.
I feel everything.
I am alive.
I'm just trying to live.
So yeah, injury it makes the body visible, which kind of makes sense because you can feel it. But then it's not just when you can feel a bruise. If you badly hurt yourself in a situation, you change. If my leg's always a bit fucked, it's going to change my relationship with it. And so that's where the kind of mind body split is kind of being taken away. And there's
I do know what you mean, but I find it hard to sort of make it into a science in my head. Like I don't get how. I can understand how.
I think probably because you've grown up in a intellectual culture where that's a bit more obvious. So this is kind of something that came in
right
a bit longer ago when the mind body split was something.
Smart.
You're too smart. We finally found the quote.
I'm too smart.
You're too smart, yeah.
To know what this means.
There you go. So yeah, that's injury requires a change in identity.
I won't be putting this in the pod, but
well, let's not do it then.
No, but I want to just get your face. Cause if anyone wants to see it, just Google bear attack face victim.
What are we doing this for?
Horrible. You've not seen anything like this.
You've not seen anything like this. Just hurry up. Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh, horrible.
Really awful.
Right. That's an odd, horrible. But of course, when discussing injury, it's difficult not to discuss remedies for injury at the same time. So there's lots of fun, silly, and odd remedies that have happened throughout history that we're going to discuss now. In medieval Europe, tying a live chicken to a wound and watching it slowly die would be done if you had a serious infection. You'd strap a live chicken tightly to the wound. The idea was when the chicken died, it had absorbed the sickness. So here's the steps. You take a live chicken, preferably a young one, because it was believed to have stronger vital heart. Not a lit, but a young adult. You pluck the feathers off its backside, exposing its warm, bare skin. And then you place the chicken's bare rear directly onto the wound. The butt was considered the healing end.
Does it poo?
No, tie or bind the chicken to the injury, sometimes with cloth, sometimes with rope. Sometimes it was just held there. Then you wait. If the chicken looked weak or became ill or died, good, it's absorbed the sickness. Then you would replace it with a new chicken unless the patient improved or you ran out of chickens. Should we go and get a chicken and strap it to your stupid tissue injury?
A chicken on the bottom of my foot?
Yeah, we'll go and shave a chicken and put its bum on your leg.
You have to put a bald chicken on your injury.
A bald bottom chicken.
You put the bald bum of a chicken on any injury.
Yep.
That's one of the worst. I'd probably rather most unless it's like we're amputating, I'm probably not going to do that under any.
Unless you're amputating.
Oh no, we're not going to bother with the because if we're amputating, then we won't need the chicken anyway.
Unless you're amputating, I'm not going to put a bare bottom chicken on my leg in this day and age, unless we're amputating. Then I'm going to have to. So is that like a last hurrah, just in case?
Yeah, it's my final straw.
The doctor's gone.
The final straw.
The doctor's gone. Sorry, Charlie, your deep tissue is so bad that we're going to have to cut your leg off. You go, hold on. Can we try one more thing?
Bring in the chicken.
Bring in the chicken.
It kind of reminds me of the thing that they do with that rat torture they used to do. Have you heard about this? Really horrible thing.
Go on.
Well, I think a medieval torture method was something along the lines of they get a rat, open wound.
So a torture method, not a healing method.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah, okay,
the opposite of this is the torture method where they'd get an open wound, put a kind of little bucket on top of it, and then put a rat in there, and then the rat would eat downwards.
Yeah. It's not really like
the chicken would die upwards in this case.
Yeah.
Is it? And it's a little chick. I guess it would
No,
be.
it's not a chick. It's a full-grown chicken, but
That's
a
an
younger
absolute
chicken.
nightmare. What if it's like flapping about?
It probably would be. You tie it up with some cloth and then you'd strap it on.
And how long does it take to die?
I don't know.
It must take like
How long
weeks
is a
to
chicken?
die.
I don't think weeks. I think they'd probably strap it on and there'll be some sort of...
Couple days.
I can't imagine you could sit with a live chicken for a couple of days, can you?
I mean, how long are you going to maybe at some point, if it really flaps about, would you just... I'd probably just kill the chicken myself.
But you want I think in their thinking, the chicken needs to be alive so it can absorb the sickness. If it dies, you replace the chicken.
But then you just got a dead chicken on you, which is probably
No, you
got more
take off the
disease.
dead chicken.
Right.
Yeah. You don't kill the chicken, otherwise the whole procedure
No,
doesn't
but when
work.
the chicken dies,
Yeah, you take it off.
you must have to do that quite quickly in case, because also you get all this kind of gammy like dead chicken wound stuff on you.
Yeah. Are you suggesting it's a bad idea?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Well, you might like this one then, because there seems to be a bit of a theme. It's a real chicken or egg situation over here, because another one was putting eggs inside body cavities for healing. Was done everywhere, almost. Across Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. Loads of different cultures did it. So there was, if you had like a wound cavity or like a surgical opening, they'd even do it for a nasal fracture. They put an egg in there.
An egg up your nose.
Yeah, but like an open wound, they put fucking egg in there because the idea was that the egg would cook from your body.
Let him cook.
And it would draw out the sickness. The egg would draw out the sickness. Not one culture thought of this. Many cultures thought of it.
I can get behind that a bit more than the chicken because it's like the foundation of life. It's like you're putting a bit of essence in there. It's like it's almost more of a kind of oil almost. It's like you're putting a little. Ignore the oil thing. It's like you're putting it's the start of life. You can understand why that maybe absorbing it there as this life grows inside this egg. Maybe it's going to kind of heal you in some way. I can see why that one might work more. You're kind of reverse laying, aren't you?
Yeah, it is a reverse lay.
I wouldn't hate that one. If someone really clever told me that was going to work, I probably would do it. Where would I put it?
Where your wound is,
or in my eye.
Have you got a hurt eye?
No.
Then I wouldn't put it in the eye. You put it in the body.
I'd hate that then. I'd hate that in like an open wound.
You're so squeamish.
An egg in a wound would be awful.
Yes.
But not as bad as an actual chicken.
None of these. I haven't brought these up to go, what would you do it? Or like, what would you think
what
that would be
What's
like?
my take going to be other than this sounds fucked?
Well, just isn't it? I wonder why they did it. What's the thought process behind it?
I have no idea about the chicken one where the chicken's alive.
The chicken one is inexplicable.
That's madness.
It doesn't. Where the fuck are they getting? I think it's just the idea.
They're just like, oh fuck, what do we do?
They used to believe in like humors.
We got a chicken. I guess. Should we just put it? Just grab that chicken.
Shave its bum. I guess we'll just.
Yeah, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And then the chicken would like probably poo out of fright, and then you got poo in your wound.
You do, yeah.
You got a poon.
I wouldn't. You got a pooned. Well, people back in the day, they used to believe in like humors in the body, which is it was like you'd have different.
A little giggling wound.
Yeah. You'd have Peter Kay just in there, just doing his stand up.
Yeah, the thing about the tube is that it's bloody just so hot under there.
That's Charlie's Peter Kay impression.
Yeah, bloody. I was thinking about what do you call a sexual deviant who crossed the road? Why did the sexual deviant cross the road?
Why?
Because his dick was in the chicken.
A lot of doctors at that point would diagnose you've got like an inefficiency in one of your humors, and that's where you get like sometimes you get exorcism-ish type things to get like some of them out. I think maybe that might be wrong, but you'd have like I think there was 4 of them, and that was how your body was made up of, and if you had an imbalance of one of them, then it's just mystic thinking really.
Yeah,
it's not really rooted in anything.
Fine.
But so like the chicken, I guess, or the egg, it was part of it was to extract those.
Yeah, I can get behind the egg. I really can't get behind the chicken at all.
The egg is the better one out of the two.
It's not great.
The chicken, there doesn't seem to be much thought process behind it, other than, as you say, there's a chicken there.
You'd rather a plaster or dialysis.
You've got very little... Yeah. Well, you'd rather dialysis, yeah. If you've got there's no access to any kind of genuinely good medical equipment.
Yeah, you're fucked in a hill. You're fucked in a field.
Why not? Why not strap a chicken?
What else are we going to do?
What else are we going to do?
So actually, I guess at the time, at least they were trying.
Yeah.
That's our take.
So now we've heard from some of the greatest thinkers that have ever been. It's now time to hear from some better ones as we plonk our way down to Patreon Valley. This is a particularly interesting Patreon Valley as we had our first member sign up to the God tier of our Patreon. Amen. So on the God tier, you get a a voice note to come on the main podcast to discuss whatever you want to, or ask any question that you like.
Right.
So
I don't know about this, by the way. This is all news to me.
This is our first god, and as they are,
so you're the Pope, kind of.
Yeah, and
I am.
You're like a fucking.
I work in the
like an altar
I work
boy.
in the canteen.
In the the church canteen, the Vatican canteen.
The Vatican canteen.
So here's from our first god.
Andrew and Charlie, I hope you're both doing really well. It's Max here, bloody chuffed to be on. Thanks for having me. So long-time listeners of the Boys Gone Wild podcast will know that Andrew a few years ago got into an altercation with some litter bugs, and it ended up with him having a wonky nose after he got hit in the face. Clearly a very honourable thing to do. The question I have for you guys is, would you sacrifice your face and your looks to put your morals first? Thanks a lot. Oh, and by the way, the hoodies are bloody lovely.
There are no hoodies on the Patreon. This is becoming an issue now.
I'm being
We've had
punished for
quite
it.
a few messages and comments about it.
We are working on them.
We're not working on them yet.
We will
at
be
some
working
point.
on them.
So that's our first god. That's Max. A bit of a disclosure there. That's my friend Max, who was actually the man behind the punch in the face. He didn't punch me in the face.
The plot
but he
thickens.
was the fucking maniac who went up to the group and was complaining to them for not picking up their litter, even though they were still like around it. At that point, I saw a man pick up a massive massive stick, a log, and go towards him. And I thought, oh, that's a bit dodgy. So I went up to try and help. I didn't make it better in the slightest. I accidentally told one of them to fuck off, and that's why I got punched in the face. So my face has been permanently altered because of the behaviors of this man. So the question is, would you sacrifice your looks,
Would
your
I sacrifice
face
my face?
for a cause? What's a cause you'd hurt yourself for? Porn for fucking under 13.
I guess it's like if it was the choice between like all of the OAPs in the country will die simultaneously unless you get your head caved in.
What about all of them but one?
It's still a yes.
All but two?
It's still a yes.
How many grannies would it take to save for you to get your head kicked in? But you recover fully
What, but
maybe in a year or two.
Okay, it's a year or two.
How many grannies?
If I don't do it, they die.
At what point would you not get... what's the lowest number?
1.
You wouldn't do it for 2?
No, I would do it for 2, but I wouldn't do it for 1.
You wouldn't do it for 1, but you do it for 2. Tough.
I think that's fair though. Do you think that's about right?
It's not... it's not... you recover fully.
2 years of my life gone. I'm 30 nearly.
Your life's
I'm
not
29.
gone.
29. My life is pretty
Maybe
gone.
you're in
I got
hospital for a bit.
I got PTSD.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not doing it for one granny who I don't know. I will do it for 2.
I kind of get that. It depends how long she's got left to live.
We don't know, but I think roughly
But
they're about
2 years
they're
of my
mid-80s.
early life, it's an important time now.
But think about all their families and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But you might do it and then you find out they're fucking
The answer
cunts.
should be for 1 granny, I think. But I think if we're honest with ourselves, we need a couple in there.
I need 2.
We need 2 in there. I think in answer to your question, it's we would
The cause we're choosing.
is saving more than 1 granny.
Yes. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Amen. Can we have an amen? What's up?
Amen.
Our women. Our old women.
Our old women. So now we've heard from all the greatest minds in the world. It's time to trudge on down to Peace's Pasture, which was a suggestion from someone else in the comments. Peace's Pasture, which we'll now run
Which
with.
Mount Pieces has been
Mount Pieces has been
decimated. It's been leveled.
We've felled Mount Pieces.
Yeah, and it's become a pasture.
It's been raised
There's a
to
lot
the
of minerals.
ground.
There's minerals in Mount Pieces that have now grown
and we've put them in this pasture, so there's lovely flowers.
with our team.
Minerally flowers.
Who works for us? Little kind of
Oompa
fairy men. I think,
Oompa
yeah,
Loompery.
fine.
Oompa Loompery people. So now it's time for Peace's Pasture. Then this is my piece called Injury.
Who's it by?
By my piece. This is my piece. This is Injury by Andrew Cohen. Chester had always felt too old for his age, potentially because his name was Chester, but his parents would always say that he'd thank them for that one day. That day was not today, as Chester sat by himself eating his KSI lunch in the corner of the playground. He hated Lunchleys, and KSI as well. It was just another thing that separated him from his peers. He grimaced across the playground as he saw all the kids fitting in together, almost as if they were of different parts, perfectly matched of a kind of big puzzle. He wanted to fit in too. So Chester picked up some construction tools from the local shop on his way home, placing a hammer, saw, spirit level, and a drill on the table. Terry, the construction shopkeeper, should have asked more questions of the young boy, but was having a tough time at home with his wife. She was nailing the butcher. So Terry threw out all of the shop's nails when he found out, but had to go back and pick each of them up from the crap pavement when he remembered that they constituted 40% of the shop's income. He can't look at pork the same either, the butcher's bountiful sausage. Anyway, he sold a Swiss Army knife to a baby the other day, and he hadn't heard anything on the news, so he thought this young man would be fine with some tools. Chester got back to his room and arranged the tools neatly on his bed. He paused and considered his plan. The L one is quite nice, he supposed, but everyone loves the straight line. That little pyramid one is certainly charming, but eventually he decided to go for the Z shape. He could call himself ZZ, or even Zlod. Chester got to work, tying a tie around his legs and setting about them with a saw. When enough bone was hanging loose, he snapped both his legs into a 90-degree position to the left. Time for the neck. He hammered away at the side of it, until it was as lateral as possible. Fortunately, he purchased a spirit level. Couldn't have a wonky Z. He'd be a laughing stock. That little bubble thing, that little bubble thing was bang in the middle of those lines in the green kind of jelly that's in there. He was done. A masterpiece of social cohesion. He rolled his way to school the next day, getting snagged in cracks of the pavement. Zeds aren't the most mobile of shapes. Someone mistook him for a seat. He didn't mind it. It was progress. Chester managed to arrive at the school's gates, eagerly anticipating his first slot in, his newfound togetherness with his cohort. Would it be an L, a Q, box thing, or even a straight line? Cool. That would be nice. Bleep, 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 bleep. He bounced his way up to a classmate. He looked like a little pyramid-y thing from over there. He mangled his body into his, trying to slot his perpendicularness into his new friend's parallelism. The boy screamed and kicked Chester in his quadratic neck. His classmate just looked like a normal human now. Chester was asked to go home. His mum used him as a drying rack.
So it's a sad story of how hard it is to fit in at school. What? So wait, did he not break it in transitioning to a Z? I'm imagining he kind of looks like R2D2.
No, he looks like the Z.
No, he's like a Z, but his
do you
vibe...
know do you know the reference?
No.
Tetris.
Oh.
Yeah, the straight line, the L shape.
They're all Tetris guys.
He sees him. He wants to fit in, so he turns himself into a Tetris shape and then tries to slot in with others, but then he realizes...
Oh, so it's actually very sweet.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
It's fairly subtle. I didn't want to go Tetris.
And then he became a Tetris.
And then he was Tetrising.
No.
But like if you know Tetris, which I
But did he not break
do,
any bones?
He did, yeah. He broke his neck was like that, and then his legs were like that.
So
and
he's
then
in
he
agony.
rolled to
He's not in
school.
agony. Is he on a lot of
Yeah,
painkillers?
but the pain was nullified because of the he was looking forward to fitting in. But then when he got to school, he realized that
they're
they're just human beings.
They're normal children.
Yeah.
So what did he see them as beforehand?
Tetris blocks, all fitting
is
in
he
together.
Mad?
He was like he
Or he's just suffering
saw
from
himself
crippling-
as a human, and you can't put a human in a Tetris puzzle.
No, you can't.
So he injured himself.
Well, he sounds like a very kind of entrepreneurial boy.
He is,
I
but now
imagine-
he's a Z, and his mum uses him
But
as
he
a
can
drying
undo
rack.
that, surely. Well, he's going to need help, isn't he? Because he hasn't got limbs so much now.
Yeah, I feel that the end of the story, I think, is a bit like that's permanent. His mum uses him as a drying
He's
rack
fucked
now.
he's probably going to end up killing himself.
Yeah.
How would he do it?
I don't know. I think you'd probably have to roll off a high height. You couldn't hang yourself because you're perpendicular.
No, you're kind of permanently a hanging rack thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
You can't hang a rack.
You can't hang a rack as a Z.
Thank you very much for your piece.
That's a pleasure.
This is my piece. It's more of a romantic one, as they often are.
Yeah.
This is called Injuries. Alan got dumped and turned to Joe Wicks. He liked what he saw and started commenting. Joe, this is incredible. Christ, like if you agree. I'm a bit burpy today myself, haha. Then he took it a step further and started doing sit-ups in the garden. He saw instant results. His bum was getting massive. In a good way. He made sure to let Joe know. Every day. Like, comment, share. Finger emoji. Hashtag Joe, hashtag Journey, hashtag Joni. But Joe never replied. Not once. Maybe he hadn't seen them, or was he annoyed with Alan? It started to really bug him. He was a Wixie now, after all. He needed recognition. So he stepped it up a notch, started turning up at Joe's live gigs. He'd arrive 3 hours early to guarantee a spot, book out the whole front row and sit there, gawping, burping, clapping. Joe tried to ignore him, but Alan's cries were too loud. Eventually they had to get some big guys to come and get him out of there. It was too distracting. But Alan wasn't going anywhere. He lay down on the carpet, cracked open some nuts, and wept. Thank you. Now, you're probably wondering, what's that got
No, I'm not.
What's that got to do with
Mine was nothing to do with injury this week as well.
no, because he absolutely battered
injured himself.
Yeah.
Where-
In this case, this is more of a prologue.
Or like he's trying to stop
This is a
himself
forward
getting
for an
injured.
injury. Well, it's more like
forward.
he's about to get, his mental health is about to kind of crumble and collapse inwardly because Joe
Well, you
Wicks-
could say he's getting fit to avoid injury.
There you go. He's so in this case, Alan is kind of getting fit to avoid injury.
Are you going to edit that so you came up with
Yes.
it?
but in this case, Alan's sort of getting fit to avoid injury, as I said. So he pursues a kind of real committed regime of Joe Wicks.
Yeah,
He's now
strengthen the
alone.
body.
His wife left him.
Yeah.
He's alone. He thinks he needs to better himself.
Yeah.
So he starts exercising to strength. But then he takes it a bit too far and starts turning up at Joe Wicks' conferences. I don't know if Joe Wicks is doing conferences. Maybe you do.
Well, he'll do I'm sure
He'll
he does
do
live
the
things.
rounds,
He'll
yeah.
do run-alongs.
And then Joe Wicks kind of breaks his heart because he's his hero. And
we did listen to the story. We don't need a recap of what
but I mean,
happened.
it's just emotionally for Alan, that sort of really takes him off course in terms of his
Because the one
exercise
thing
regime.
that was keeping him
His-
together post-divorce
his
has now
oracle-
disavowed him.
His oracle, he can't watch a Joe Wicks video because he realizes how much he fucked it at the conference.
Yeah.
So he falls off the wagon and gets fat.
And that's an
Eats too
injury
much.
in itself.
And that is an injury in itself, yeah.
And now he's more susceptible to
it's
injury.
also now, as a kind of morbidly obese man, which is what he becomes. He's more susceptible to falling over or kind of gout.
But if he's so fat, he'll bounce off the pavement.
Yeah, there is obviously a loop, as it often is the case with us. There's a sort of circle here where as Alan becomes more like a circle,
He'll become bouncier.
he becomes bouncier and can absorb shocks, and it will actually take a bullet to kill him in the end, and that's what he uses.
Thank you very much for that lovely story. What have you learned? Final thoughts?
I've learned that in order to attract a mate, I'm going to have to punch myself in the face.
Yeah, yes.
In order to attract women, I'm going to have to ask you to
If we want to be more
punch me in the face.
If we want to be more attractive to women, we need to have some terrible physical injuries.
Yeah, I need to get a wonky nose. I need to lose an eye, possibly two.
Yeah.
And I must sever my ear.
Yeah. Let's go right now and just carve ourselves up.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do. I mean, you don't need to do it, but if
I'll come with you.
I guess you want to look and feel good.
Yeah. I want to look and feel good. Let's go and morbidly injure ourselves. I think it was a great thing to take away from this episode. I agree. I've learned that you're very squeamish.
I am very squeamish.
That's the subtle.
Funny that I've never told you this. That's one of the.
Yeah.
This is a live reaction.
It's one of the very subtle themes that's happened throughout this episode. Is any kind of moderate injury talk.
I really don't
You've
like
been
it.
really fucked.
I don't like it.
And there's a genuine reaction from you. So that's something I've learned about you. And what's more important than learning something new about a friend? Love you, Charlie.
Love you too.
See you next week.
It's Henry and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Henry's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's enough from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.